Good afternoon. My name is Saya Wen, and this is my narrated presentation on the five views. Please give me 1 second to pull this up. So to begin today's presentation, I wanted to go over a quick overview of what will be discussed within this PowerPoint. So to begin with, we'll be talking about psychology and Christianity, Five Views, which is the book that we have read, one of the books that we've read for this course. And then next we will be talking about, we're going more into depth on what the five viewpoints are, and then also the relationship between psychology and Christianity, my current area of research interest, benefits of transformational psychology, conclusion, and then references will be shown. So to begin with, this book was edited by Eric L. Johnson, and as I mentioned, it was Psychology and Christianity, which is a book that we use for this course. This book sought to investigate the disconnection between the views of the Christian life and the field of psychology. The five main views discussed in this book are the level of explanation, integration, Christianity, transformational psychology, and biblical counseling. And this is a more in-depth overview of the five viewpoints. So level of explanation was developed by physicist Richard Blue. This maintained that all levels of psychology and theology were equally important. The next is integration. Integration focuses on the contribution of Christianity to the field of psychology. In addition, this view integrates the scripture with the viewpoints of contemporary or modern-day psychology. Christianity psychology, this examines the study of psychology and the philosophical views, and its importance. The importance it has had on the field of counseling and psychology. The primary focus of this field is on spirituality and psychological growth. And the next is transformational psychology, and I don't know what's going on. Transformational psychology sought to understand the relationship between religion and the field of psychology, in addition to exploring the history of Christianity and provide a model of soul care. And the last viewpoint is biblical counseling. This is often labeled as anti-psychology movement. Biblical counseling primarily focuses on meeting the needs of counseling through the use of the Bible. So my chosen viewpoint is transformational psychology. And transformational psychology focuses primarily on the intrinsic value, faith, and love of the field, in my opinion. In this process, the primary goal is to open up ourselves to being evaluated by God and ourselves, also being open to the reality and others. It is the hope that individuals allow their reality and spirituality to shape the way that they approach their chosen field of psychology, in addition to integrating their findings and truths with the traditions of spirituality. In addition, transformational psychology correlates with humanistic approaches in psychology, and humanism focuses on the individual's personal value and their ability to aspire to a higher purpose, in my opinion. And this is a approach that I often use in my own clinical practice, and I find it to be very helpful. And then my final point is this approach allows researchers to gain knowledge by combining the knowledge that they have with the traditions of psychology to better understand the world and provide clarity to other individuals, such as the clients that they serve or individuals who look to them to be a thought leader. And then I also want to leave you with a quote, a Bible verse from 2 Peter 1:5-7. For this very reason, make every effort to add your faith, goodness, and to goodness, knowledge, and to knowledge, self-control, and to self-control, perseverance, and to perseverance, godliness, and to godliness, mutual affection, and mutual affection, love, and to mutual affection, love. Next, I wanted to touch on my current area of research interest, which is children and adolescent psychology. I will say, when I began this course, I thought that it would be more focused on development, but I have been leaning more to children and adolescent psychology after learning more about it. So this field falls under APA Division 53, and then I am primarily interested in this field because I would like to gain a deeper understanding into the mind of children and adolescents that I am currently working with, and hope to one day further research in this area. Sorry, that jumped forward before I was ready. So the next slide is benefits of transformational psychology in children and adolescents. So this is just a combination of my research area of interest with my chosen viewpoint. So in this presentation, I am quickly showing the 8 dimensions of wellness, which is the humanistic approach that I used. Before, I believe that the combination of transformational psychology and my current field of interest, can bring just an overall holistic wellness to the client. I think it can just bring in the aspects of the emotional, financial, social, spiritual, intellectual, environmental. And I find that when clients are able to bring their whole selves into counseling, that not only betters the therapeutic relationship, it also helps them progress along in counseling. And I'm sorry, I did not introduce this approach was originally developed by Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, and as I mentioned, this is titled the humanistic approach. And then conclusion. In conclusion, when I was comparing all 5 viewpoints, I found that transformational psychology aligned more with my personal views and the work that I have been able to do with my current clients and the work that I would hope to continue to do in the future. And these are my list of references. Thank you all for listening.